What is up, YouTube? Welcome to PanFro Games, and in today's video we have another daily dose of Pokemon Scarlet and Violet news and leaks to share with you all today. And in today's episode, we have some more brand new abilities to talk about. Some of these could be really OP, so I'm incredibly excited. We got some information about Paradox names and a potential Paradox form and some lore behind that. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like the video, and I really appreciate it. Starting off this video, we're going to begin with a fact check because I saw this tweet going around the internet today, and I wanted to say that it is not true that Grafaiai is a boss Pokemon in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. That was misinformation that Central put out. We do know that there are 5 boss fights in the game right now. We do not know if Koraidon and Miraidon will also be boss fights at the end of the game, but we do know that the Sushi Dragon, which is a water dragon Pokemon, and it's going to have a duo fight most likely with a Catfish, which is a pure water type, will be a boss. There is a Big Bird, which we are unsure about the typing on that. There is a monotype rock crab that we fight as well. There is the Paradox Donphan, depending on Scarlet or Violet, will depend on which Donphan you actually fight. And then there is the big worm Pokemon, which we do know is not going to be a bug type, most likely be ground and steel. So those are the 5 bosses that we will encounter in the game. So Grafaiai is not a boss, it's just a really cool design Pokemon. Definitely a big fan. If you want to hear more of my thoughts on Grafaiai, definitely check out my video I posted yesterday. And now for our Riddler Coup update. Riddler Coup has been posting riddles on the timeline again, which means it's a lot of fun to actually try to figure this out as a community. So Riddler Coup says 4S, NA, debuff, something, right? And we need to figure out what each part of this riddle actually stands for. And we know that NA is going to stand for new ability because he was talking about new abilities previously. This is how we learned Giraffers is probably going to be getting a new ability with his new evolution, right? So, okay, for NA, new ability. What is 4S? Well, 4 is 4 of something, right? So there's 4 of something. Well, the only thing that there is 4 of in Pokemon Scarlet and Violet is the sub-legendary quartet, which is all 4 of them are dark types based on like some Chinese mythos, right? So 4S, 4 sub-legendaries, I can believe that. So the 4 sub-legendaries have a new ability. Debuff, okay, so it's going to be a debuffing ability, similar to something like Intimidate, right? So, okay, 4 sub-legendaries, new ability of Intimidate, debuff something. They're debuffing something. So not necessarily attack like Intimidate, but they could be debuffing something else. So there's a couple of possibilities here. One, it could be debuffing different stats. Could be 1 for attack, 1 for defense, 1 for special attack, 1 for special defense. Maybe 1 for speed. Maybe because Intimidate already is 1, they remove the attack 1 and they put 1 for speed. That could be a thing. That could be really cool, right? Or maybe it's something about, okay, if you do a certain amount of damage to me, then you get debuff. We don't know if this is necessarily a debuff at the beginning of battle. Could be a debuff whenever that Pokemon gets hit, or when that Pokemon hits 50%, or like similar to Berserk, except this will be, instead of gaining a stat, it'll be debuffing the opponent's stat. So there's a lot that could happen here. But let's think about this. If the new legendaries do have an insane debuffing ability, that could be crazy because we already know how good legendary Pokemon are in competitive play. We know that Landorus is an absolute beast and that thing runs Intimidate. So imagine 4 Pokemon that all have really good types, really good stats, and they all have a way to debuff the opponent. They're all going to be competitively viable to some degree automatically because of that, and I'm incredibly excited to actually see them. Of course, I really just want to know what these 4 sub-legendaries are going to really look like because their typings pretty phenomenal. If you didn't know, they're all going to be dark types, and we have dark fire, dark ground, dark grass, and dark ice. And Riddler Coup isn't done there. Riddler Coup says NA, you knew it from a new item. So NA standing for new ability. There's another new ability he wants to share with us. And this one's actually really easy to figure out, and we know exactly what this ability is going to do because it's from one of the new items, and we learned about 3 brand new items from the Pokemon Worlds trailer. Funny enough, 2 of the 3 items are already Pokemon abilities, and this is a new ability, so we know exactly what the new ability is going to be. Now, reviewing the 3 new items coming to Scarlet and Violet, Loaded Dice, we already have that as a Pokemon ability, which essentially will be Skill Link. They're virtually going to be the same thing, so it's not going to be Loaded Dice, right? Because Skill Link will always make it so you hit the maximum amount of times. Then we look at Covert Cloak. This hooded cloak conceals the holder, protecting it from additional moves of effects, which is a really strong item. This is gonna be totally busted, but there is an ability for this. It's called Shield Dust. So Shield Dust is Covert Cloak already. So by process of elimination, there is only one item it could be, and this is actually going to be an insane item that's going to work as an ability, which is Mirror Herb. This herb will allow the holder to mirror an opponent's stat increases and boost its own stats, but only once. So if someone uses Swords Dance on you, you will be able to take that Swords Dance. That's going to be incredible. Someone uses Dragon Dance on you, you just got a free Dragon Dance. This is going to be an insane ability. We do not know who is actually getting this, but oh my, that is going to make whatever Pokemon who has this absolutely monstrous. So I'm incredibly excited to see what Pokemon is going to be getting Mirror Herb as its new ability. I mean, as an item, it's all right, but as an ability, the fact that it's always constant and you get to hold an item on top of that, this is going to be a 10 out of 10 ability, no doubt. It's going to be incredibly OP and strong. Riddler Koo is not done tweeting though. Riddler Koo does say HMY and says that this is a hint. It is a name of a past Paradox Pokemon in Chinese. So since it is a past Paradox Pokemon, it is a Pokemon Scarlet exclusive, so not in Pokemon Violet. So HMY, I'm not sure what exactly that this could mean, but he is telling us directly what the name is in Chinese. So we can sort of try to work backwards and see. The issue with the translation though is English names and Chinese names are not going to be the same. Names are usually translated from Japanese to English, or sometimes they actually originate in English too. So it doesn't really help us that we're learning the Chinese, but it is something interesting to talk about. And Shoes does bring up something interesting. I at least agree with the first part here. The MY part may be for Mischievous. Mischievous Dream Monsters equals Y, MY in Chinese. The H could be anything though, like fire, but we do know that Mischievous's type in Pokemon Scarlet is going to be Ghost and Fairy. So you can ignore the rest of his tweet here. He is 100% wrong on that. But this is correct. In Chinese, MY is what Mischievous, his name is. And here's the thing. Will past and future Pokemon just have a suffix or a prefix to them? So like blank Mischievous, blank Amoonguss. We're just gonna have to wait and see on that, but it sort of looks like that they may just be taking their original names and then putting something in front of it so we actually know, oh yeah, this is like a signifier that it is a Paradox Pokemon. And Riddler Koo does this again. He says Chao Zian, and Chao Zian looks like to be grass something. Chao means grass in Chinese when we translate it, right? But what does Zian mean? Zian actually does mean a lot of things in Chinese, so it is incredibly hard to actually break down what he is referring. But we do know that grass for Paradox Pokemon, instead he's talking about past Paradox Pokemon, there's literally only one grass Paradox Pokemon, and it is Amoonguss, which is a past Paradox Pokemon exclusive to Pokemon Scarlet. So we can assume that he is talking about Amoonguss's name here. Zian could mean fairy as one of the things I saw. However, there's a lot of different things it could mean. And Riddler Koo also says, who is she? And this is looking like a futuristic Volcarona. We do know the typing of Pokemon Violet's Volcarona, which is going to be dropping the bug type and is going to be a fire and a poison type. But it looks like this Volcarona is going to be like what, metallic, up in the air, maybe like solar panels. So this is my thought process on it. It looks like whatever the new Volcarona for Pokemon Violet is took a turn to the future, and maybe it just became more of an actual sun in space, because Volcarona does represent the sun. So imagine Volcarona dropping that bug type, going up into space, being like a satellite and using solar panels. But where's the poison typing come from? Well, think about it. Sun rays are bad for you. They're poisonous for your skin. You can get skin cancer. It's really bad to get a lot of sun. So you can see if this thing is outputting a lot of sun energy, a lot of fire and heat, something that people will look up to as a sun, then it will also have that side effect of being incredibly toxic and poisonous. So I can see where the fire and poison is coming from for the brand new Volcarona. I do hope we get to see something on the past Volcarona because we know that one's gonna be bug and fighting, and it's supposed to look like more like Larvesta, like how that's actually gonna work out compared to its future counterpart here. And there we have it, guys. That is our latest leak update for Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. Let me know in the comment section below what kind of Pokemon ability you hope gets introduced into Pokemon Scarlet and Violet. I'm really excited for the new ones they have already shown off. However, I think some of these abilities can get a little bit crazier, and I want to hear what you guys have to say in the comments below. And of course, guys, if you're new to the channel, please subscribe, like the video, and I'll catch you guys next time. Peace out and have a great one.